I'm Heather and welcome here to my YouTube channel. I am a life coach for busy moms who are growing their businesses from home and want to do it without burnout or without losing their ever-loving minds. If that's you, you've come to the right place. Today we're talking about why it's important to have a morning routine. Now, I've seen so many amazing videos lately about people sharing their morning routines. I have a morning routine that I love, but why? What is the point? Why is it important? Here's the deal. When you make a decision ahead of time about something that you're going to do tomorrow or the next day or later on, you actually use a different part of your brain. So there's essentially two main parts of your brain. There's your primitive habitual brain, and then there's your prefrontal cortex. Your primitive brain has three main goals in life: avoid pain, seek pleasure, and be as efficient as possible. So if you leave all of your decision making up to your primitive brain in the moment, your brain is going to tell you don't do it unless it feels good. Waking up early in the morning for most of us doesn't feel good. So if we leave that decision until the morning, we're probably not going to do it. But when we decide ahead of time, so if I decide today about what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, I use a different part of my brain. I use my prefrontal cortex. Now, my prefrontal cortex can actually look at the long term and decide what's going to be good for me, not just in the moment, but what's going to be good for me in the long run. So when I make the decision today about what I'm going to do tomorrow morning, I do all the heavy lifting in terms of decision making today. And then when I wake up tomorrow and my brain tells me, well, don't bother, just stay in bed, it feels so much better. I've already made the decision ahead of time, and it's so much easier for me to follow through on that decision. When it comes to decision making, there's two things. Number one is make sure you like your reasons for it. If you're gonna add a morning routine to your life, I want you to make sure that you like your reasons for doing that. So it's not because someone else is doing it, and it's not because it looks cute on Instagram. Make it something that really resonates with you and your values and the way you want to show up in your life. If you attach what you're doing to your values, it's going to give you a really strong reason to follow through on that decision. So number one is like your reasons for the decision, and then number two is have your own back in the decision. What that looks like is tomorrow morning when you wake up and your brain is telling you don't do it, stay in bed, it feels so much better here, you remind yourself of all the reasons that you have for making that decision. You support yourself by thinking thoughts that will help you to follow through on the decision that you've made. So you might remind yourself the reason that we're doing this is because we value our mental health, and getting up early gives us a chance to check in with ourselves, to process our thoughts and feelings, and then you actually follow through on that. So when you make a decision today about what you're going to do tomorrow morning, it uses your prefrontal cortex and helps you do all the heavy lifting of decision making the day before. The other two things to remember is like your reasons for your decision and have your own back. Now, I want to invite you to be a part of my upcoming challenge called the 10-Minute Morning. Next week, we're going to be doing this challenge together, and every single day you're going to get a little video from me. I'm going to give you my step-by-step process that I use every single morning to help me check in with myself, to help me prepare for my day, and to start it off on the right foot. So if you're interested in joining the 10-Minute Morning Challenge, just go to the link below this video and join in, and you'll be sent an introduction video that will tell you all about it. And also there's going to be a chance to win some awesome prizes. So we would love to have you join us in the 10-Minute Morning Challenge. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Maybe ask a friend or two to do the 10-Minute Morning Challenge with you. All right, that's all for today. I will see you next week.